and magic of television. So, we are at that last part of our show, which some people have said is their favorite part of the show. So I'm gonna read.
Cut.
Yeah.
We don't have a show. Can you do that again?
Okay.
I have tea now.
Well, how'd that happen? Welcome back to the show.
Oh my gosh, we don't have a show.
It's a show. We put it on for people. Da, 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 da.
And it's not welcome back. We didn't go anywhere.
Welcome back. I just did something.
We come to the end of our...
Okay, yeah. We've come to the end of our show.
Just say the end.
Come to the end. It's now the end.
Okay, I got tea.
She has tea now. So, we are gonna do this. What would I say? It's not the, part of the show. It's what,
Okay, you're going to say show, that's fine.
Okay.
I have tea.
Psst, it's a secret.
We're back.
We're back, yay! Sorry it's been so long. We have had a short break for winter and Christmas time, and now we are back, and we have lots of big news. Like, look at the new set we have.
It's amazing.
This is not a set, it's our house. We now have a place to live that's not a barn. We loved the barn, but it was good timing.
Only temporary.
Yeah, it's good timing. It's gotten a lot colder.
Mm-hmm.
We had the crazy blizzard. Our friends in Chicago, we feel you. It was fraught with danger. We had about 2 inches of snow that just came down over the course of 2 days. It was very intense.
Well, John, didn't you have a joke for me today?
Do I have some jokes? I do. Oh, right here. Yep. Mm-hmm. So, Sarah.
Yes.
Did you see that news article about the two cartoonists who fought each other to the death?
No.
The police are investigating it, although the details are a bit sketchy, and the reports are saying it ended in a draw.
Oh my god.
What kind of cheese should not be tossed around or played with?
Blue cheese?
Sharp cheddar.
Oh my god.
Okay, well, those are my jokes. Yay!
What did we do?
Yeah, well, what did we do? You tell us what we did, Sarah, this last month and a half.
Quite remember when we stopped, but we had Thanksgiving with John's parents and uncle. They came up and spent a wonderful, probably boring week with us, because
sorry guys,
there's nothing to do here really.
That's not true.
Okay, there's not as much to do here during the winter as there is during the summertime.
We also hit a deer with our car.
Yeah.
And we didn't. We should talk about that. Yeah, we hit a deer. Sarah, why don't you tell your version of the story? What do you remember?
Well, I remember that it was dark because it was like 7 o'clock. This deer came out of nowhere, literally out of the side of the mountain as we were driving, and was like, whoa, and then turned and just slid across the car, and it took our hubcap off. And I remember John going, oh no!
Yeah, that's basically what I remember is out of the corner of my eye, I see this blur, and I realize that it's a deer. We're on our way to Deer Harbor, which, you know, that should be obvious that that's going to happen. And there's nobody in the far lane, so I swerved, and the deer was running at the car like this from a ditch. I think he just got up from a ditch and just ran over. And then he turned his body and smacked with his head facing backwards to the back of the car. And then just kind of rubbed across the back of the car, ripped the hubcap off, and then just pranced away, and it was fine. But what was cool is, so here on Orcas Island, I've noticed something that does not happen in Chicago, or really anywhere else I've lived. And that is that all 5 cars that drove past us stopped in the, 2 minutes that we were there to see if we were okay, which is a pretty cool thing. That was pretty cool. So that was our harrowing adventure with the deer. Then we had the holiday time, a lot of things to prepare. Lots of eating, lots of friends and fun. And then in the beginning of January, we got our park model tiny home delivered to the island. So we have been spending the last month setting it up. Sarah, what's your favorite part about the house?
Everything.
Everything. I like, and so this is the first time I've ever been particular about certain things in the house.
Yes.
Part of that's because we've lived for the last 8 years with other people. You have to share vision for certain people. Some people may have a very cluttered style of design, and other people, Spencer Hall, might have very minimalist ideas, and so those come into conflict, and you have to find a balance. Well, here now, I've become...
It's just me.
Yes, just Sarah. and I just want certain things to be certain ways.
I got tea!
We love tea. Side note, Sarah has a whole collection of tea that comes every month because she has one of those box subscriptions.
I signed up for, Sip by. I don't know how to say it. I get tea every month. It's amazing, Carrie Ann. You should look it up.
We've had a little break on some of our sheriff's log stuff because nothing very funny has been happening. There were a whole bunch we could have used. We now have lived here long enough to know everyone. And so stuff comes up and you realize that, oh, I know exactly who that is. Yeah. It's very awkward. So we will not be reading those.
No.
Because that would be weird. Oh, the way I'm going to do this is Sarah's going to react to the story so we can see her raw, unfiltered, emotional reaction. A Lopez Island deputy was called to collect an unfamiliar puppy trying to follow people into a local business.
What?
The owner was identified and the dog was claimed.
Oh, I would have taken that dog.
Yes, you would have.
The dog chose you. Random people, you should have taken the dog.
Now this one is not funny, but it is very orcusy. Deputies on Marine Patrol, this is near Susha Island, were dispatched to a report of a fisherman shooting at a seal with a pellet rifle near Susha Island.
What?
The seal was located with severe injuries.
What?
And was safely captured and transported to Friday Harbor, where it was transferred to Wolf Hollow. Investigation continues.
Wolf Hollow is this super cool organization that takes and rescues animals. My boss, his cat, drug in an owl.
Little baby, the little one.
I can't remember what it was called. It literally was like this big. And he called them and they came and picked it up and gave him a report that it was okay. And they were able to feed it and then put it back in the wild. So they do really cool stuff.
This next one...
But what the heck? That guy should be punched in the face.
Well, anyway.
See how he likes it.
Reason Sarah doesn't work for Fish and Game. So, an animal at large call on Lopez Island. Very common, Lopez Island. This one will be Carrie Ann's favorite. So what would it involve, Sarah?
A llama.
Lopez Island deputy was called about a llama running at large. The area was checked, but the llama was not found by the deputy.
Oh, lies. Someone lied about llama.
Well, the good thing is, I think eventually it went home and found its guardian. Its parental guardian.
Yeah?
Its llama. Not its la pa.
My God.
Anyway, all right. Well, that's our time. We hope you guys had a great winter time for yourselves, and we will see you next time on Psst, It's a Secret.